that the book is true. To be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. And here we see in 2 Corinthians chapter number 4, the Apostle Paul talking about that paradox. He talks about being pressed down, but yet not giving up, not out of this life. And the interesting thing about it is that he says these things at a time when life is really tearing him up. He says in verse 8, we are hard pressed on every side. In the original language, that hard pressed is talking about that we are pressed down, not just on the outside, but we are pressed down on the inside as well. In other words, we are being physically attacked, and yet we are still being attacked from the inside out. In other words, everything that can go wrong in my life is going wrong, but it is all going wrong because of the cause of the gospel of Jesus Christ. He's writing to the church at Corinth at a time when his ministry and his apostolic authority is being challenged. There are people coming in that are saying he's not a true apostle. There are people coming in and saying that he's a fake and that he's a phony. And Paul here is defending the cause. He's defending his right to preach the gospel of Jesus Christ and saying that he is authentic and true. So he says, in other words, I have trouble on every hand, me and those that are with me. But despite the trouble that is surrounding me, despite that I'm in a situation that James wrote about in James chapter 1, when he says that count it all joy when you come into diverse temptations. Temptation being the wrong and not really a good translation of that Greek word. The word should be trials. He said count it all joy when you go through various trials in this life. Why? Because God is working something out on your behalf. He's working out something in you, because the truth of the matter is that until your flesh is crushed, there's no usage for you in God. Until you have cried, until snot is running out of your nose, there is no usage for you in God. And here's the reason why. When it comes down to the things of God, there's only one person that's going to get any glory, and that's God himself. You see, when we do stuff and we start patting ourselves on the back and start talking about what we did and start having braggamonies instead of testimonies, start testifying instead of testifying, God is not pleased in that avenue of our lives, because we cannot stand upon this word and give credit to anybody but God. Everything that has happened in your life has happened because of God. The mere fact that you are even breathing in and out is because the God who is outside of time, before the foundations of the earth were ever laid, decided that you would be born, decided the family you would be born in, orchestrated and planned out the destiny of your life, and you have only one mission, and that is to find out what is it that God would have me to do. But we got something in the way, and the thing that's most in the way is ourselves. If we could just move ourselves out of the way, then the things that are disturbing you the most will not disturb you as much, because your focus will not be on you or your life situation, but your focus will be on the fact that God made me, God created me, God loves me, and God's got something for me to do. That's what Paul is talking about here, because he starts out the chapter talking about the fact that if this gospel is hidden, it is hidden to those that have been blinded by the God of this world, Satan. And unless the God who called light out of darkness shines upon people's hearts, they cannot see the truth of this life. They cannot see the truth